Hey guys, I know it's been mainly hockey talk so far, but I wanted to bring you a little bit of NBA talk here after that crazy game tonight. The Golden State Warriors were down 20 points going into the fourth quarter, and Golden State being Golden State, the Splash Bros made the comeback. Uh, Incredible. Forced overtime. Steph Curry hit a crazy three at the end of the game. He missed the original three, but they got the rebound and kicked it back out to him, and he made no mistake on that one. He was excellent at the free throw line too. So yeah, it's just a very deflating loss for Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. They come all the way. They look like they have the game in hand and can't close it out. And it's look. I think it'll be a sweep now there. Another crazy game last night too with the Clippers and San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers were looking to go up 2-0, but the Spurs would not allow that to happen. They went to the hack a Shaq tactic, or hack a Jordan in that case, and Jordan shot like 17 or 18 free throws, I believe. It almost came back to bite the Spurs in the ass. Actually, he started making a few of them, but that game also went into OT, and they just had nothing in overtime. Uh, but yeah, tomorrow night I'm a big Raptors fan, and they're in for a tough test. They're down 2-0 to the Washington Wizards, and fuck Paul Pierce. Fuck you, fucking goof. Chirping the Raptors, and I'd love nothing more for us to go there and win the next two and shut them up and bring it back home. But the stats are not in favor of teams that go down 2-0 in the playoffs. That's for sure in the NBA. The Raptors just need to get some defense. Jonas, I was at game one. He played like shit on D. Too many easy layups for an A, and who is the other big man? Is it Kaman? I don't know. Their other big man though. There was Serafine, Kevin Serafine. Fucking even he had 10 points that game. And one thing I just hate about the Raptors game is there's no movement with the ball, none at all. It's all just take these very low percentage shots that are very unlikely to fall. Like Terrence Ross was something like 3 for 11 in game one. Like fuck that, it needs to be better. And James Johnson, I don't know why he hasn't been put in the series yet. I thought that's why we brought him in. Him and Lou Williams, I thought were going to be brought in to create a spark. But I don't know what. Maybe I don't think Casey likes him or something. There's something going on there. He needs to be getting some minutes to keep us going. And Kyle Lowry and has just gotten into foul trouble the first two games. Fucking otherwise, that might be a little different story. Some questionable calls too. Casey was clearly teed it off after the game last time, but he didn't want to get fined. He's like, I want to keep my money. Can't blame the guy. So it almost comes down to that fucking game against Boston at the end of the year when Jay Crowder hit that fucking last second shot there at the net. If the Raptors would have won that game, they would have been playing Milwaukee. I'm pretty sure in the playoffs. Be a completely different story. Instead, they got matched up with the Wizards, who I think are a tough matchup for anyone in the East. But my Eastern prediction right now, I'd say I don't know how the matchups are going though, like how it seeds for the next round. But I like Cleveland and Chicago. I think one of those teams prevail in the East. But if they meet in the semis, Atlanta could get into that Eastern final too, because Atlanta I think could beat Washington or Toronto. Uh, they play a lot like the Spurs did last year, and their influence, their coach, I'm pretty sure used to coach under Pop. Pop took him under his wing. So yeah, Atlanta, you can't fuck around with either. They're a good team. Got 60 wins this year. You don't get 60 wins without being a phenomenal basketball team. My other team, the Heat, it sucks. They got rid of LeBron, obviously. Well, didn't get rid of. He left. took his talents back home. Yeah, I'm sticking with them too. I love them. Sucks they didn't make the playoffs, but a lot of it I think had to do with the Bosch injury, and just Wade. Wade was not healthy for parts of the year, but when he did get healthy, he turned it back on like he did back in the day. Kind of turned back the clock on us when he used to be the Flash. And but the pickup of the Dragic brothers, I think was good. As long as they don't bail on us like LeBron did, should be good. Uh, yeah, who else? Yeah, the Bulls. Derrick Rose needs to stay healthy for the Bulls if they have a shot. They're probably the most deep basketball team, though, I would say, in the NBA. And in a 7 game series, it's going to be hard for anyone to beat them. Like, it would be. Fuck, I would love to see them. I'm already dreaming of, like, the NBA Finals. I'd love to see them against the Warriors, or them against, or Cleveland against the Warriors. I think both those matchups would create some phenomenal basketball. Uh, and like if Cleveland ends up playing them, the Warriors, LeBron's definitely gonna have to bring his A game, which his numbers have kind of depleted a little bit this year. He's still the best basketball player in the world, on the planet, without a question, in my opinion. But this year has belonged to Steph Curry, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Chris Paul had a great year. Uh, Anthony Davis. LeBron kind of just fit in with those guys. He didn't stand out. Russell Westbrook went off, but I'd give the MVP to Steph Curry. I think he's very valuable to Golden State, and you've seen when he was out those couple games with the ankle injury, they're really just not the same team without him. They wouldn't have been the first seed in the West and the toughest conference, and by far kills the East without him. So I have him for MVP. But yeah, and my dream Western Conference matchup too would be the Clippers to get by San Antonio. I don't see that happening. I'd still look forward to watching San Antonio and Golden State, but Chris Paul is my favorite player, so it'd be nice to see him get. He knows his title window's running down. He's got to get there soon. If he doesn't get there in the next couple of years, I don't think he'll ever win a title. And it might not be the answer in LA. They got a good basketball team, but there's just so many other teams that are just that smidget better, I feel. So, yeah, if they could somehow get to the NBA Finals, though, that would create an exciting NBA Finals. I just don't see any way they could buy Golden State. And after the way last night went, I don't see them getting by the Spurs either. I was waiting until the end of or I made my choice about halfway through game 2. I was like, yeah, the Spurs are winning this series. Uh, After game 1, because it's hard to tell in the first game that LA looked phenomenal in game 1, but I didn't want to jump to the gun on that one. I know another little side note there. Kawhi Leonard was named the NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and he actually didn't even lead in first place votes. The guy for Green, or is it Green? Green for Golden State. He actually led in first place votes, but the other guy had more second and third, so he got it. So yeah, you've got him so far for defensive player. Lou Williams was sixth man, and I'm thinking Curry or Harden win the MVP. I just hate the way Harden plays the game. Like, he's a great player, but I hate that fucking ref baiting. It's just not enjoyable to watch. It's kind of ruining the game of basketball. The guy gets to the free throw line 10 times a game. Fuck, and it's a lot of the time it's flopping. Like, he should be in acting. He's fucking a great actor. The refs buy it, that's for sure. Yeah, I just don't like that type of basketball. Same with the Hack-a-Shaq. That's not for me. I like a fast-paced game, and I think Adam Seaver's going to do a good job in the offseason of removing that type of stuff from the game next year. Trying to think of anything else I might have missed. Yeah, this draft class coming up, Kansas City or Kentucky, they failed to win the NCAA March Madness there, but they have 6 players I think declaring for the draft. So and I've seen that Towns guy is unreal. Kind of reminds me like when Andrew Luck was in college, you just watched him and knew like this guy already has it. He could be in the NFL right now. And when I watch Towns, I like his post up game is next level. Like I was like, this guy's NBA. He's ready. No reason, no wonder he's leaving after one season. And yeah, those are some. All 6 of those guys will probably be good. Could at least play a role on a team in the NBA. And yeah, it was a pretty exciting March Madness this year. I didn't get to watch that much of it, but I did watch the final game there. Big win for Duke. Michigan, I think it was no, it was SMU who had this Trayman Trice. His name was Trice. Last name was Trice. He really impressed me too. Kind of reminded me of like a poor man Steph Curry the way he played. And he was good at getting to the line and uh, really good outside shooter too. He really stepped his game up when the pressure was on. They were kind of the Cinderella story near the end of the tournament, but they came up short. Notre Dame won their first title there in a while too. Their division, upsetting North Carolina. They're no more of a football program, but their basketball team leaps and bounds in the past few years, and they're just getting better. So yeah, there you have it. I guess if I have to be dead set on a prediction, hmm, I just the Bulls. Someone always gets hurt. I know I'll pick the Bulls to go to the finals, and then fucking Derrick Rose or Jakeem Noah will get hurt tomorrow night. Fuck it. It's too easy, too cliche, but I'm gonna go Cleveland and Golden State in the championship for a tremendous series, and I have LeBron James losing another title. I think Golden State's just gonna be too much, and uh, Steph Curry and company, Steve Kerr, their coach. I think they're gonna get their first ring this year, especially after that the heart they showed tonight that they can come back from down by legitimately anything and still win the game. Even though that was the Pelicans, they're not gonna come back from 20 against Cleveland. But this team's only lost 2 games at home all year, and it was by a total of 5 points, I believe. So how are you gonna stop that? How are you gonna stop the Splash Bros? So if Curry wins MVP and the Splash Bros or win the trophy, it's gonna be a hell of a year for them. Steve Kerr, tremendous things he's done with that team. All right, guys, wish me luck. Wish the Raptors luck tomorrow night. Big game. Let's make it 2-1, boys. We the North. Follow me on Push Start Sports. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Thanks a lot for listening, and I'm out.